Yo, what's up, everybody? Just came off the lamest chat, so I'm in a little bit of a shit mood. Okay, um, not really in a shit mood because I was at the lamest chat. I was in a shit mood because I had to spend a day, Father's Day, with my father, and he touched me when I was younger, so it's very uncomfortable. Now I'm only kidding. He never touched me. I went to Catholic school, so the priest did enough of that. But my father never did. Okay, took my father to lunch today, and we yeah, we just sat across from each other and nobody said anything. And it was a fucking great hour and a half of my life that I was exhausted with as soon as it was over. Okay. Anyway, all right, we already got more people than in the lamest, so bam, fuck you guys. Okay. All right. First of all, the people that sponsor this show, all right, Chimera, all right. If you want quality ball python advice, because I know a lot of you need it, they will do breeding plans for you. They will do consulting with you on how to sell your stupid animals. Okay, they'll take care of you. All right. I think Chimera made like $1.5 million last year, while most of you only made about 6 grand. Okay. And listen, I know 6 grand is nothing to fucking sneeze at, but obviously you could use some fucking help. All right. Work more than fucking than 8 cents a day and fucking call Chimera. What the fuck is going on here? What the fuck, Shauna? All right. Boom. I'm still on the Chimera ad. All right. Um, God damn it. All right. I swear to God, you can't get good help these days. You know what it is? I made a fucking sex joke, and I don't think she liked it before the fucking show aired. So anyway, go to Chimera Reptile on either .com or Instagram or whatever the fuck, and learn about what you don't know about. All right. Next, is that what I got to do? I got to call out next, Shauna. You're really making it. Oh, now you're being a fucking cunt too. Brian Bode fucking reptiles. Okay. Brian's gonna be at the I don't know, the Anaheim show, the Pomona show. I don't know, whatever's going on in July in California. Brian is gonna fly out there and peddle his fucking wares, and you could buy with confidence from Brian, because he's a good fucking guy. He's a professional guy, and he's a little bit of a sweetheart of a guy. So fucking Brian Bode, check him out at Brian Bode Reptiles on Instagram. Next, Great Family Snakes. They're awesome, even though they're in Alabama. Don't hold that against them. They do Axanthic Desert Ghost, Axanthic Pieds. They got a bunch of shit on Morph Market. What the fuck is going on here? Anyway, Great Family Snakes, and Lori is pretty hot. Fucking, you know what's sad is Roger is pretty hot too. So I don't know. I think they top my three-way list for 2024. But either way, go check out Gray Family Snakes. They got the dumb underscores in their name, so it's @Gray_Family_Snakes on Instagram. Next, Portuguese Pythons. They're also going to be at the whatever California show I just advertised. They're at all the California shows because they're in California. Danny and Renee Rocha. If you need a quality ball python, go to Portuguese Pythons, because you won't get any bad shit from them. They kind of kill it. And Danny got the cool 70s fucking porno star mustache working for him. Next. Jesus Christ. This is a poorly run machine, okay? There's a wrench in the fucking works right now. Small Town Exotics, my boy Shane Kelly. My boy Shane is doing a road trip coming up. I don't know if they announced where yet, but fucking they're doing a road trip that I was invited on, but I cannot make it until I get the metal leg working. So he got some big news. Join his Patreon, Small Town Exotics. If you need geckos, if you need ball pythons, if you need hognose, blah blah blah. Fucking Shane is my ride or die. Visionary Exotics, fucking awesome. I still haven't updated the logo. I'm sorry, Will. All right, but Will Sanford down in Texas. If you want a quality ball python, he's working with the puzzles. He's working with the Desert Ghost. He's working with everything that everybody wants. Right? Go check him out at Visionary_Exotics. You know what, William? You should know better. Okay. because you're a fucking coder and you shouldn't put that underscore in your fucking name. But Will's given me a lot of money out over the last 2 months, so I love the guy. Okay, I'm not saying I'm gonna blow him, but fucking I would if I had to. Okay, let's just name the people that are here because I know that's the only reason you're here. Fucking A. How many people do we have? Oh, look, Shauna Corner's here. Thanks for coming, Shauna. East Valley, Chris, what's up? Fucking nice to see you again 10 minutes after I saw you before. Sky High Morphs, Brian and Holly. Fucking what's going on, brother? VIP Morphs, Gerald. We got another Canadian here. Sammy Vargas, what's up, brother? Fucking hail Bigfoot. Chris Dodge, he's here just for fucking Christina because I don't know Chris. So what's up, Chris? Thanks for coming by. Blazing Blue Tongues. All right. Oh, Jesus Christ. At Kristen. Listen, I've been busy, dude. All right. Plus, I thought you were in Australia. Edge of Panic, he had to show up after he was a bitch on the last podcast and started giving me a fucking hard time. And I appreciate it. Everybody go to Edge of Panic on YouTube and subscribe to his channel. Dwight the Pie Man is always here. Fucking, I appreciate you, brother. Who else? Maritime Geckos. That got to be somewhere from fucking Canada. That's yeah. He's right from the island, or she's right from the island that Christina's from. So that's all we got, huh? Okay, maybe not. Reptile Art Canada. What's up, brother? Thanks for fucking being here. And anybody else? We'll call you out as you fucking come. Listen, I got a hot chick from one of the Canadian islands that I never heard of until I contacted the hot chick. And I found out that there's an island off the coast of Canada that's an hour ahead of us. What's up there, Christina Rayner?
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Now you're from PEI. Tell everybody what that means.
I'm from Prince Edward Island. It's the smallest province in Canada. Don't be fooled. We still get snow. We still get all 4 seasons, but lots of beautiful beaches. It's great.
How far are you from mainland Canada?
We have a big bridge. It's the longest bridge over frozen water, and the bridge takes about 12 minutes to go across.
Okay. When you say over frozen water, it's really only over frozen water a certain time of year, right? Because the rest of the time it's over real water.
Yes.
Is it the longest bridge over real water in North America?
No. I don't think so.
Oh, okay. All right. So you really got to stick to that frozen part to make it seem.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Okay, cool. All right. I've never been on a bridge with water frozen underneath it, so that's different. How far are you from like the Canadian people that matter, like fucking like Toronto? I didn't mean it like that. I meant like the people that I know, like Toronto, Ontario, even Vancouver, at some point. How far are you from there?
Toronto
I'm Canada stupid, so I don't know where. Okay.
Toronto is about an 18-hour drive from where I am.
Jesus Christ. Okay. That's far.
Yeah.
Have you ever been there? Like, I don't know about like you Canada people. Do you travel a lot? Do you?
Yeah. I was actually born in Ontario. I was born in Mississauga.
Okay.
And then I moved to the island when I was really, really young. But every couple of years, we'd go visit some family.
How many people are on the island?
Quite a bit. More than we can fit.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. Like, is it like Staten Island in New York? Or is it like an island like in the Caribbean where there's only, 700 people on the whole island?
No, it's very populated.
Okay. So do you have your own like transportation system like on the island? Like
we have buses and stuff like that. We have taxis.
How big is the island?
What would you say?
It takes like 4 hours to drive from one end to the other.
Yeah, it's about a 4-hour drive to drive from point to point. No, it's big, but it's not huge.
Okay, well, it got to be half the size of England because I could get across England in 8, right? So you guys got to be at least that big.
We have 156,000 people here.
You just Googled that shit, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah, and you just fucking looked at. You don't even know about where you live, do you?
No,
Right?
not very well.
All right. Are there are there a lot of reptile people on Prince? Well, do you say in or on?
On.
Okay. Is there a lot of people on Prince Edward Island?
There's a small little group. Maritime Geckos is from Prince Edward Island. Reptile Arc is also from Prince Edward Island.
Okay. Do you guys congregate with the other bigger people in Canada?
Oh, definitely.
Okay. So I'm sure you heard of like mutation creation.
Yeah.
Okay. But you're more of like a rescue rather than a breeder, right?
Yes, 100%.
Okay. So you're big on education and saving animals.
Yeah.
Okay. And you actually take your animals to the vet. Okay. Which just for reptile people is fucking weird, right? And you actually pay for it out of your own pocket.
I do.
Okay. What brought that on? Like
well, actually the first animal I ended up taking to the vet was a leopard boa that got surrendered to me. And I asked a lot of questions before he came in, and they were like, "Oh, he's in great health. Like, don't worry about it, blah blah blah. You'll have no problems with him." And then when I got him, after inspecting him, he had a huge growth, probably about the size of a golf ball, coming out the side of him. And I was like, okay, this is not something I can deal with at home. So
Right.
I reached out to different vets on the island to see who even sees exotics.
Right.
And
right.
I found one. It was about an hour drive. And he started with some antibiotics. We tried with that and sending some samples to specialists. But unfortunately, he needed surgery to try and remove it. And he passed during surgery. So that was one of my big first things of, okay, there is help for these animals. And if they need it, we got to give it to them.
But also that help comes at a price, right? Because even though the animal died during surgery, the vet probably still charged you, right?
Yes, but my vet that I take them to is very, very kind. She has a very large heart, and she took the majority of the bill off.
Oh, okay. So she took the beating. Okay. Is anything illegal there that's not legal everywhere else? Like, how do you know that you're going to take in an animal that's actually legal to own there?
We're not allowed to own anything venomous.
Okay.
We are not allowed to own turtles, as funny as that sounds.
Oh. All right.
We also can't own anything over 9 feet.
Okay, so you have a 9-foot rule.
Yes, and
Okay.
even then, you should have a permit for most of your animals that you keep.
Okay, now you can't have turtles, but could you have tortoises?
I don't believe so.
Jesus Christ, that sucks. Okay. You can't have venomous, but could you have rear fang venomous, like a hognose or a...
Yes, I believe that is okay. I do know people on the island that have some, and I believe that they have them in their permits.
Right. Oh, okay. So, but you have to have permits for everything that you have, or no?
Basically, if you purchase it from like a reptile breeder or from the chain pet stores and you have proof of purchase, you can get away without having a permit. But
Okay.
when I start taking on surrenders and people just giving me their animals, I can't really say where it came from. So
Right.
I need a permit to keep the animals that I have.
So every animal that you have has to be permitted.
Yes.
So that kind of sucks if you have 80 animals, right? And how much does it cost to get a permit for each animal?
Keeping animals, it's free to have a permit for that. I'll need to pay for a permit when my boyfriend decides he wants to start breeding. You have to pay for those permits, but
Okay. So now your boyfriend is going to start breeding. And what's he going to start breeding?
ball pythons.
Oh.
This is actually my first ever snake.
Oh no, we don't do that here. But you're super hot. You could fucking have the snake on screen. But normally it's a rule. Okay. So what's that?
She's a Pastavi, a ball python.
Okay. So a Pastavi, are you using that to breed?
Hopefully, yeah.
Okay. So a Pastavi goes for like $30.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Are you guys going into the breeding to make any money at it, or are you just going into the breeding just to say that you could do it?
It's more of a hobby. We want to try it for ourselves. And a big thing around here on PEI is people aren't going to buy $400, $500, $600 snakes.
Okay.
So if I do want to sell them, I have to have things that are a bit more affordable.
Okay. So you realize when you say people are not going to buy $400, $500, $600 snakes, to the rest of the world, a $600 ball python is nothing nowadays.
Yeah.
Knowing that you could, so you're not going after like the $3,000, $5,000 animal because you won't sell it, but you have a possibility of selling to the pet stores, to individual people who just want one snake.
Yeah, it's more so I want to sell to people that want to join the hobby, that love the animals just the same way that I do.
Right.
I don't care about making a whole bunch of money off of it. Neither does he. It's just our hobby.
Right. So, excuse me, I'm talking about ball pythons, so I'm getting a little choked up and emotional. When you do breed, how many ball pythons do you have right now?
We have 18.
Okay, so you have enough to breed.
Yes.
To start breeding now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And you figure every snake costs about what, like $80 a year to feed and maintain, right?
Yeah.
So so if you get 18 snakes, let's say you get 10 clutches, that's probably going to be about 60 snakes. Aside from the holdbacks, you don't have any doubt that you could get rid of that amount of snakes. Like just for pet people, for people that want one snake or whatever.
That's one of the reasons we don't want to do a lot of pairings every year. If they don't sell, I don't want to be sitting on all these animals that maybe I can't afford, on top of taking in rescues like that. That could be too much. So I'm hoping to stick to maybe a clutch or two a year. If that goes well, we'll try it again the next year.
Right. So basically you don't see the breeding ever overshadowing the rescue part of it.
No. That's not what's important to me.
Is your boyfriend sitting off camera right now going like, what the fuck? Yeah, of course we're going to do that if it makes money,
No.
Do you guys obviously have the room just in case everything does breed, because sometimes, like our first year that we were doing it, everybody told us that like, yo, you want to breed multiple animals because it doesn't always take. And the first year we bred 100 animals thinking that we'd have like 60 clutches. We bred 100 animals. We got 100 clutches the first year. And it was overwhelming as fuck, right? Like it was just so because that's automatically 600 snakes that you got to get rid of at minimum.
Exactly.
What other species do you keep and enjoy? Like you're not, every rescue that comes in, you're not like, I'm gonna breed leopard boa now or whatever. So what other species are you gonna breed? And are you even interested in that? Or would you rather just have one healthy animal and you don't need to have 30 of them?
I love my animals, so I enjoy having more than one animal. I keep boas, corn snakes, bearded dragons, crested geckos, leopard geckos. I have a Rankin's dragon, some tarantulas. I keep a mix of everything.
Oh, you're one of the bug people too, huh? Okay. Oh.
The only other species that I have thought about breeding is I have a diamond carpet python.
Mm-hmm.
and not many people in Canada have those.
Right.
So I've been talking with someone who's a very well-established breeder over across the bridge,
Okay.
and he's been wanting to search out for a female and use my male.
Okay.
So
And
go ahead.
like, how would that work? Is that you would send it to him or he would send it to you?
I would send my male to him to borrow until the breeding's done, and we discussed, like, I get 25% of whatever he makes off of it or something. So I'm
Right.
not really doing all the work, and I don't really care.
Right. Well, how many animals do you have total right now?
Including my cats and my dogs, I have 53.
Okay, so that's a lot.
Yeah.
Okay. And do you have a day gig or no?
No.
No. See, fucking crack the code, right?
Yeah. Home all day.
Yeah. Got a fucking boyfriend that just takes care of everything.
Yeah. And I take care of the house.
And you take care of the boyfriend. Bam,
Yeah.
bow now. Yeah, fucking A. All right, good deal. All right. Fucking cool. All right, how many cats and dogs do you have? Because I see one of them in the back.
I have 6 cats and 3 dogs.
And did you have 6 cats and 3 dogs when you met your boyfriend and 50 snakes or reptiles?
No, actually, I was not a dog person when I met my boyfriend. He had 2 dogs, and he loves them. They're his. I had 1 cat. He had 2 cats, and then he got me one of the cats, and then they ended up having babies, so I kept one of the kitties.
Oh,
yeah.
If there's one thing that's definite, there's a lot of fucking going on in your house.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Fucking awesome. Okay, good deal. That's the good girlfriend right there. All right, good girlfriend. And what does your boyfriend do?
He cooks.
He's a chef.
Yeah.
Okay. And where you are in relation to like the rest of the world, which I guess it would be Canada, you obviously don't go to like the CRBE shows or anything like that because they're a hassle to get to, right?
Yeah, we have a few smaller shows on the East Coast. We go to those. I don't personally have a table yet. I would like to just have an educational table at either this year's show or maybe next year's show. But we like to go just chat with people that are in the hobby and browse around.
Right, and kind of like just make friends that of like-minded people.
Exactly.
Right? So, okay. And your boyfriend was scared of the snakes before you met him. So
yeah.
Did you have the reptiles before you met him too? And you were like,
I only had a bearded dragon.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So you just threw the snake thing on him when you were with him? And that's a little fucked up.
Yeah, this story actually is quite funny. I saw my Pastavi for sale on Facebook, and it was really close to Christmas. So I went to my mom because I kind of lived with my boyfriend sometimes. I lived with my parents sometimes still too. So I went to my mom and I was like, Mom, like, this would be a great Christmas present. Like, I've always really wanted a snake. Will you get me this snake for Christmas? And she was like, you know what? I'll get you that snake if Brecken says that it can live at his house. So, I thought about it, and I go back to my mom and I was like, Brecken said it's okay. But I never asked Brecken. So next thing you know, I told him that we had to get this all set up for her or whatever. And he was very against it. But he loves me, so he was like, whatever, as long as she's not mean. And I was like, okay. And keep in mind, I've been around snakes. I've always loved snakes, but she was my first snake. So
Okay.
I didn't really know that I probably shouldn't wave my hand in front of her the day before she eats.
Right.
Anyway, she latched onto me, and Brecken was terrified. He was like, get that out of my house. I don't want that thing here. Like, she's vicious. And I was like, no, like, it's my fault. She's not vicious. It's me. And then I ended up buying a baby corn snake, and he fell in love.
All right, listen. I gotta say, I disagree with the way that happened. Okay, what you basically did was you put the pussy on a pedestal, right?
I did.
You you're kind of awesome because you're just like, yeah, that's what I did. Yeah,
I did.
I did that. And I was like, if you want this, I need this.
Yeah.
And Brecken did it. Okay.
Yeah.
And Brecken, by the way, whitest name that I've ever heard. Okay, whitest name. I don't think I've met anybody with a whiter name. But once you got the one, where you like, all right, now I know that I could get away with the one, I'm gonna get 15. Or most of the ball pythons are they rescues, because then you could say, oh, I gotta rescue it. That's what I do. Or were you like, I'm gonna buy this one just because I know I could get away with it?
Kind of a mix of both. Most of the ball pythons, because we want to breed them, I want to know their health history. So most of my ball pythons that he's hoping to breed, those are all purchased.
Okay.
But all of the other animals, it would just be, you'd see it on Kijiji, and the tank's full of mold and the water bowl's full of algae, and it's just like, I can't not help it.
Right. Okay. I
So
get it.
it was a mix of both.
You're like a bleeding heart type of, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I get it. I normally don't agree with the rescues because of the cost involved in it. And I was going to actually have a rescue episode on the main show last year. And I got together a rescue place in England and 2 rescue places in America. And by the time that episode was set to air, all 3 of them went out of business. Okay. So that's why normally I'm against it. Now, is the cost of keeping the animals something that like what surprised you? Like, was there ever like, oh shit, this is gonna cost $700 a month to maintain, and I didn't expect that? Was there ever like that moment? I know there had to be that moment if there's vet bills going on,
Yeah. I've been pretty lucky in the case that the majority of the animals surrendered were just underweight, or just like their enclosures were disgusting, stuff like that. Like most of them, thankfully, it was a quick turnaround. You could tell they're 100% healthy. They're fine. After they quarantine, they're good to go. Some animals, they do cost a lot, but I make sure before I take that animal on, I have a budget for the month, like, can I afford if this vet bill is $1,000? Can I afford if this vet bill is $500?
Right.
And, I have to go through this list of things before I say, yes, I can take this animal on. Also, like, how long am I going to be sitting on this animal if I personally don't want to keep it? Like, am I going to be able to find it a good home? Like, it's hard for me. I see so many bearded dragons in awful conditions, and I just don't have the space for 7, 8, 9, 120-gallon enclosures in my house.
Yeah. And then you realize, like, seeing bearded dragons, especially at least here in America, you'll see like this shit ass bearded dragon that is missing a hand and he's missing an arm. And I'm not body shaming the bearded dragon, right? But fucking, it's that you could tell from the picture that the fucking bearded dragon is like, yo, just kill me, right? Just
I'm so depressed.
Right. Like there has to be enough. You don't take in those type of rescues, right?
I did take in one bearded dragon. She was one of my first rescues, and she died before I could get her into the vet, which was really hard. I only had her for a couple days before she passed away. I assume it was a severe respiratory infection. She had all the symptoms. And then I stopped taking in bearded dragons for quite a while, just because there can be so many diseases in bearded dragons, and I don't want to put mine at risk.
Right.
Even with quarantining, sometimes I'm just a little bit of a worrywart,
Yeah, because with reptiles, when you see an outward sign, it's normally pretty late in the game at that point, right? So, and how old are you? What?
I'm 24.
24. 24.
Yeah.
Okay, so really life hasn't smacked you down yet and you're still like all happy, right? So
Yeah.
what what do you do when that's non-animal involved? Like what do you do for fun? What do you do for oh by the way, if white boy Brecken is a dad, happy Father's Day to him. All right. I forgot it was Father's Day today. Um what do you do for fun? Like what do you guys do? Like I don't I'm Canada stupid. I don't know. Is Prince Edward Island like full of things like waterfalls and kayaking and fucking, just dumb shit like that the young people do. So what do you guys do for fun when you're not doing any animal shit?
In the summer, we love to be outside. I love to just go hiking on the trails. I love to go herping, looking for garter snakes are here all the time. There's lots of little salamanders, stuff like that. And just the beach. The beach is awesome.
I would imagine you have beaches all over the place.
Yeah, you can drive where we live about maybe a 5-7 minute drive will take you right to the beach.
Okay.
Yeah.
And is there you basically spend your whole life on the island, right?
Yes, pretty much.
Okay. Is there a plan to leave the island and go into civilization, or is that where everybody's going to retire and just stay?
I definitely like to travel and see some stuff, but this is home.
Okay. Did you ever go to America?
No, I've been there when I was a baby, but I don't remember that.
Right. Okay. And what's the bucket list of places to go?
I'd really like to go to Greece.
Okay.
I think that would be really cool. Hawaii or something, somewhere warm, I think would be really nice. I'd love to go to Africa and look for like wild ball pythons and stuff. I don't know.
Oh, why would you do
so
that?
fun.
We just had an argument on the other show where these fucking people that go herping are so annoying because that animal is probably sitting there for 2 or 3 days waiting for fucking a rat to run by, and you fucking just grab it with a hook for a fucking selfie on Facebook.
Hear me out. I don't want to disturb it, but I would like to see with my own eyes how they live in the wild.
But why? There was already a movie out about how they live in the wild, and then there's a couple of things, and where that guy was that dickhead that was like, "Oh, we found this fucking we dug an 8-foot trench, and in the last foot of it, we found a ball python. We're gonna take it out, we're gonna show you, and then we're gonna put it back into the fucking trench." And by then you're like, by the end, the fucking snake is like, "Listen, dickhead, the rat ran by while you're fucking holding me for your dumb Facebook picture, all right? Like you fucked up my shit." Like, so yeah, no, also, like Africa's kind of a shithole, right? Like it's,
Definitely.
yeah. I mean, if you're gonna go anywhere, like, I mean, where would you rather go? Like Norway or Africa? Like, where do you think you'd have more fun? Norway or Africa?
I don't know. It's about the experience. It's about seeing things and experiencing things with your own eyes, your own ears, your own hands.
Right.
I don't know. I feel like if I can really see how these animals live in the wild, I can make my care that much better at home.
Right. But don't you also agree that ball pythons have been so overproduced in North America that
Yes.
they're so far removed from the wild that they probably have adopted traits that they don't do in the wild anymore?
Oh, definitely. Like you don't see most captive ball pythons burrowing. Like
Right.
I definitely understand that, but it's interesting. It's knowledge to learn about, to see like what have we done? How have we affected these animals,
I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. I would rather you go to Hawaii than to go to Africa. Okay.
That's fair.
That's my vote. Okay. Not that it matters because I'm some dumb American that just met you a couple of days ago, but it's I don't know. You're 24 or 23. I didn't
24.
24. You probably like your gay little lattes and everything in the morning from Tim Hortons or fucking
Not
whatever.
me.
Do you guys have Tim Hortons on the island?
Yes, we do.
So many.
Okay. All right.
We have a lot.
Okay. All right. Multiple Tim Hortons on one island.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's all.
Yeah, there's probably over 10 Tim Hortons. Way over 10, definitely.
That's all we have.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Has anybody famous ever come out of Prince Edward Island?
We have some like famous athletes. I don't know if you've heard of Heather Moyes.
No.
No, probably not.
Just look at
What does she play?
What sport does she do in the Olympics?
Bobsledding.
Bobsledding.
Bobsled.
I was like, you're just gonna make him laugh.
That's not even a fucking sport. Bobsledding. Like Cool Runnings bobsledding?
No, like in the sled on the snow. I don't know.
See, you're only 24. You didn't even get the Cool Runnings reference. Okay. Okay. God damn it. All right. So you have a bobsledder from Prince Edward Island. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, no, I probably have 20 questions in my head that I just can't even think of because we went off track with the Africa thing so bad. Okay. So what are some other places you'd like to go? Because you seem like somebody who's just like, yo, I'm happy where I live. I'm gonna stay, like I don't need to go see other things. But just the fact that you want to go to Africa, kind of proves me wrong with that. So now I'm curious, like fucking, did you ever think about going to America where we have Dunkin' Donuts instead of Tim Hortons, but it's kind of the same? Yeah.
Yes,
okay.
I have. I have a really good friend that lives in Kentucky, and she comes and visits me in Prince Edward Island sometimes.
Kentucky.
So, I know.
She
said it sucks.
Yeah, Kentucky. That's the worst. Like people fuck their cousins in Kentucky. It's like if you ever saw Deliverance, it's a lot like that.
It's no better on the island.
People say the same about
Oh no way! People fuck you. You people fuck your cousins on the island.
Not me, but some people do.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is Brecken related?
No.
Right. Oh, okay. All right. God damn it. Oh, I may want to visit your island. So, I mean, not that I want to fuck cousins, but I would like to see cousin fuckers.
Fair.
They're probably interesting enough.
And the red sand, it's beautiful.
Is it beautiful?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. I don't think it is. Okay. I think it's still a little weird. Okay.
Fair.
So now, how old is Brecken?
Brecken is at 28. He'll be 29 this year.
Oh, so he's dipping in the younger pool.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. No, that's cool. Smart. Okay. That's smart. And how'd you meet Brecken?
We have some mutual friends.
Okay. So it was just a hookup?
Kind of, yeah.
It was just a hookup and you ended up keeping him like a rescue?
Yep.
Okay.
Too good to let go.
Oh, all right. Oh, man. You definitely live in hot girl world, huh? You're like, yeah, that's right. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just do it, Okay. And Brecken is gonna basically take over the ball python breeding part of it, right? Does he help you with all the other shit? Like the
yes.
shit?
Yes, he does. I do most of like the maintenance, the cleaning, the feeding, stuff like that. He loves to do the socializing. Making sure that everyone gets some out of tank enrichment.
Ugh, enrichment. I hate that word. Fucking Jesus Christ. Are you the keeper that puts like the couch in the bearded dragon cage or the hammock, and be like, oh, they love that. I'm gonna put little dragon wings on them, and I'm gonna put him on a leash, and I'm gonna be mother of dragons, and I'm gonna, are you that type of keeper?
I've been trying to convert into more naturalistic things for my dragons.
Okay.
But I can't lie. I was that keeper.
You were, yeah.
I were.
Yeah, I didn't notice that in any of your IG pictures, because I really was just. I was like, is she hot and does she have nice boobs? I'm like, yeah, she can come on. You know,
Pass the test.
yeah, you came very highly recommended. So fuck it, it was cool. And also, I'm surprised you said yes once I told you that. You know, because I always consider like Canada like a bunch of woke, nice people that are just like, no, we're not going to talk about that. But 10 minutes into this, you were like, I put the pussy on the pedestal, and I did. You know, and I'm like, oh, okay, it's
You
kind of
got to know your worth.
kind of cool. Yeah, there you go. Okay. Um, now you got a pretty big Instagram page, right?
Mhm.
And did you make money off the Instagram page too?
No,
No. No, okay. You're
that's okay though.
you're very anti making money, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking yeah. Brecken probably says that he loves that about you, but he does not. Okay. Uh that's not his thing. Okay. So does Brecken ever think, fuck, if she just got a job, this would be a lot easier. Okay. So
Probably.
is there ever arguments about that? What's up, Blackheart? Thank you, sir.
Sometimes, like, I don't know, if something dramatic goes wrong, like our basement flooded, we argued a bit then because obviously if I had a better income, we wouldn't have to struggle through things like that. But at the end of the day, he knows that I have a medical condition I can't really do much about. And he's very supportive.
Yeah, no, he seems like a nice dude from when I met him before the show. Listen, are there rodent breeders on the island, or are you doing frozen thawed?
There are rodent breeders on the island. I get my frozen thawed rodents from them, but East Coast Exotics is great.
Okay. Is there like ball python breeders on the island already?
Yes.
Okay. And are they like bigger? You know, are they putting out 100 clutches a year, 150 clutches a year?
No, I don't think we have any huge breeders like that. The biggest breeder on the island is probably maritime geckos, and he breeds mostly leopard geckos. He also breeds Rankin dragons, bearded dragons, corn snakes, gargoyle geckos, crested geckos, a little mix of everything, but he focuses on leopard geckos.
So locally, you have go-to guys to ask questions, or girls that
Yeah.
to ask questions about any of the things that you have.
Yeah, exactly. It's nice, and everybody that I've reached out to on the island, anytime that I have needed some help, has been great.
Right. Okay. Well, everybody's nice in Canada anyway, right? Like fucking nobody's going to tell you to fuck off in Canada.
You'd be surprised.
Yeah. All right. Name me some people who told you to fuck off. That's great. We'll make sure that they don't get any more business. Right.
Nobody in the reptile hobby yet. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. So
We'll
it's
see
a
that.
regular. So it's regular living there. Like you have cars, you have, you have transmission shops. You know, like you have normal stuff there. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So where do you see this whole thing going in 5 years?
In 5 years, I really just want to be known, at least on the island, better for being a reliable person to be able to surrender animals to be able to go to for advice on your husbandry, even just, be able to point people in the right direction for their vet care.
Right. Okay. So really the goal isn't this lofty goal of, having a facility and doing all this other shit to really, you basically have the space available at your house now to take in like a certain number of animals, and you're happy there, right?
Yeah.
You don't want to incur another expense by
if
facility.
If sometime it takes me there, then so be it, but I'm not reaching for that.
Right. Okay. All right. So do you have a YouTube channel?
No, I've been thinking about it though.
I think you should do a YouTube channel because number one, you're hot, so fucking people are gonna come to it because you're hot, right? If anything, about the reptile hobby, it's just a bunch of horny dudes that fucking jerk off. I mean, there's probably 5 guys in this chat jerking off to it right now. Okay. So you know that, and as a hot chick, I say use that to your advantage. Okay. And fucking I would start the YouTube channel. Do you have
Yeah.
a TikTok?
Yes, I do.
Oh, I knew it. 24. You're definitely gonna have a fucking stupid TikTok.
I actually don't really use it though.
Oh, it's just the worst. Okay. It's just the worst. I tried to do one video on TikTok. I'm 50. It took me 7 hours to do like a fucking 40-second video.
Yeah, I hardly ever use it.
Yes. So you're happy on Instagram right now, and maybe you'll go to YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know the answer to this question already. You don't have a Facebook, do you?
Yes, I do.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, you can follow my Facebook page. It's also just Serpents and Scales.
Oh, all right.
Not a very big following on there, but I do post.
Right. What's your following on IG?
I think 760-ish.
Okay. Well, I think you have more than that. Fucking.
I don't think so. Maybe though.
Oh, you're fucking stupid hot. You should. You should show us some more cleavage in your pictures. Right. Fucking. Apparently, that's the way to do it. From what I hear. Okay. From what I hear. Okay. Now, I mean, what else do you want to talk about? Like, fucking, this is, you know, like, what do you want to tell the people? Because there's 3 or 4 people from where you are right now in the chat, right?
Yeah.
So, is there any way that you could partner up with them? And then
definitely
probably be a little bit, you know, more over the island. Like, how many people are on the island total?
159,000.
Okay, that's like a small town.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, I think that if you partnered up with people and just, you know, did collaborations with them, even if you don't have your own YouTube channel,
yeah,
you know, like, you gotta be a fairly big, like, I'm sure on the island people already know about you. Like, they know where to bring their bearded dragon that lost a hand or whatever. So yeah, no, I would just do that. What I'll do? Tell me the story that you had a snake with only 1 lung.
He was actually my Lacerda.
Lacerda. Okay.
Yeah, he was bred by a lovely guy on the island. No fault of the breeder. Things happen. Normally, the whole litter clutch isn't meant to survive in the wild, anyways. He was doing great for probably about 6 months. And then I noticed he stopped opening his eyes, which is strange. So I was kind of monitoring him. I made him a vet appointment. And then the week of his vet appointment, he started having some like open mouth breathing and kind of just looking like he was struggling. So I was hoping that it was just a respiratory infection and antibiotics would do the trick. Unfortunately, I think that the stress of the day, and they had him on oxygen while he was there. I think when they took him off the oxygen, he just kind of gave up. But they did do x-rays, and they discovered that he had 1 fabulous, healthy-looking lung, and then the other one was basically non-existent. It wasn't there.
Okay. Is that a common problem with Lacerdas? Because I'm actually getting into them this year.
I researched people in the community, and they said that normally if there's deformities on the outside, which he did have a deformity on the outside, he had a kink in his tail. It does indicate that there's a lot of issues going on the inside.
Okay. All right. But that's only if they have a deformity on the outside.
That's what I've heard from other people who have a bit more experience with that species.
Okay. Now, is there an animal that you're like, man, I wish somebody would mistreat this animal because I really want this animal? Like, what's your dream animal right now? Where if somebody said, you know, can you take this in? That it would be like a want, not just yeah, I'll take it in type of thing.
I think that I pretty much already have all my dream animals. Honestly, the only other thing I'd like to really add is probably a green tree python. I think those are really neat.
Right.
So I would love that, but I have most of the things that were already on the top of my list.
Right. But you don't have a fucking turtle, right?
No.
So like, Did you ever think about just like, I could have a turtle and nobody would know, right? And just getting a turtle anyway?
I've thought about it, but I don't think turtles are for me. I am not someone who really likes aquatic things. Like I love to look at them,
Mm.
but I think it's just too much work for me.
Oh, okay. All right.
And
Well,
I don't know, tortoises are cute, but just not for me.
yeah, I like tortoises because they always look pissed off, right? Like fucking, they just look grumpy, and that's the reason I got a skink over there is
Yeah.
because he always looks like pissed off and like fucking. I'm convinced that if he could do it, he would give me the finger every morning when I pass by the thing, just because he looks that fucking grumpy. And
Yeah.
I like tortoises because they're the same way. They just look at you like shake their head and be like, "Yeah, you're a dummy," right? Like fucking and just walk on. So we're hitting about an hour now. What do you want to tell people? Like, do you want to pimp out your page? Do you want to pimp out what you do? And do you want to do like collabs with anybody maybe in America, to get your name out more in America? Like, I mean, I almost guess why would you, right? Like, that wouldn't help you at all because
Fair.
of where you're located, right? So who would you like to do like a partnership with or a collaboration with right now? Like if they would just do it with you, anybody that you think that it would be cool if I did a partnership or a video with this person?
I guess one of my favorite YouTubers is Adam from Wicked Reptiles. That
Oh
would
yeah.
be pretty sick to ever do a collab with him. As far as people local, I would love to work with Maritime Geckos sometime. Reptile Arc, they're also awesome. Stuff like that. I don't know. My message to people though is do your research before you get an animal.
Mm.
Know what you're getting into. Know how much this animal cost. And things don't always have to be expensive. Like, I don't know. I'm pro grow tent. Like, my carpet python is in a grow tent. Best decision I've ever made.
Right. Well,
So, like,
yeah. That's the thing. It's like a lot of people just before they'll have 20 of an animal before they realize what the basic husbandry is, right? Like it's fucking frustrating is all hell.
It really is.
Yeah, no, so I get it. So your Instagram, what is it?
It's just at Serpents and Scales.
Look at it. Look at your sexy ass white boyfriend back there, Brecken. Shirtless.
Walking away.
Yeah, baby. Right? Fucking bring that shit on. Fucking show everybody what you got.
Right.
Now we walked away.
It's Serpents and Scales, no underscore, right?
Yeah, just Serpents and Scales.
That's the way to do it. All right, everybody, go follow Christina and her white as fuck boyfriend Brecken, and fucking. But believe me, you'll be happy with the channel. Fucking, I know my fans will definitely be happy with the channel. Okay.
Great.
So thank you for popping by. I definitely appreciate you coming on, and hang out backstage for like 5 minutes, and I'll pop in again. Okay.
Okay, perfect. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, no problem. It was a lot of fun. I hope I didn't piss you off with anything.
No.
I really thought the pussy on the pedestal would be like, dude, all right, you're a little bit too much. So, okay. All right. Thank you. Go follow Serpents and Scales, everybody. See you later.
Thank you. See ya.
All right. That was cool. Look, I'm fucking tired. I may not have been my best at that one, right? Like fucking because the lamest chat sucked the will to live out of me before I came on. But luckily next week that will not happen. Next week, the lamest chat is going to be on the Fatman Network. So definitely come here. We're going to do a lot of pimping out of that this coming week. Also, let's see, the next show, My One Black Friend is on next Sunday, 10 o'clock. So make sure you tune in with that. We actually have a bunch of new shit going for the My One Black Friend. We got some new shirts. We got some new swag coming out. If you like what you see here, join the Patreon, patreon.com/the Fatman Nation. We do a bunch of videos. We got a bunch of contests that happen just for Patreon people. Plus, we got the new Storytellers series where we're going to have on Ralph Davis, and we actually got Limey Smidger to do a fucking interview, and it was a lot of fucking fun. Okay, so join up for that. Show your support for making people laugh. All right. All right, Jesus Christ, I'm out of here. Next main show is going to have Summer Grace Melville from Canova in the main slot. And then we got Lenny from Demonic Reptiles in the 15 minutes of lame. So I will see you guys tomorrow or next week or on the Discord, on Patreon. I don't care where I see you. I'm just happy to see everyone of you still doing this dumb shit with me. So all right, guys, we will see you people next time. Bye-bye.